morning, Bow High School. It's been really cold all week, so I hope you all bundled up. Let's see how cold it'll be this weekend.
Good morning, Bow High School. My name is the Doctor. Saturday will be 26 degrees, partly sunny, and Sunday's degrees will be 34 and mostly sunny. Enjoy your weekend, Bow High School. The Doctor signing out.
Nandita and I cuddled for warmth so we didn't become isolated.
Let the winter puns continue. We have no school on Monday as it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. While you're relaxing and or cramming for midterms, take a minute to stop and think about how far we've come since those tragic times and how much Martin Luther King Jr. did for us as a nation.
Nandita, I have a dream.
What is it, Sarah?
That I'll pass my midterms.
Keep dreaming, Sarah.
And to go along with my dream, midterms are coming this week, January 17th through 20th. Every first period midterm will run from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then we have a 45-minute break, and the second midterm will be from 10:45 a.m. to 12:45 a.m.
On Tuesday, we will have periods 1 and 2. On Wednesday, we will have periods 3 and 4. On Thursday, 5 and 6, and Friday will be 7 and 8. Students may leave the building once they no longer have another midterm during the day, and provided they have permission by the school or their family if necessary.
However, don't get tripped up. The buses won't be taking people home until 2:50, so if you want to leave early, you have to get a ride.
If you stand outside waiting for the buses at 12:45, you'll become an icicle, so make plans ahead of time.
Also, the cafeteria will be serving lunch during the day.
Both breakfast and lunch items will be sold during the 45-minute break in between tests. Items sold for lunch will be served cold, like sandwiches. Items will be in paper bags in case students want to take them on the go.
Like fast food, but less sodium.
Significantly better for you.
Sadly, the cafe will be closed.
But all you caffeine addicts, don't worry. We will still fuel your bad habit by serving coffee and cold drinks before school and during the break.
Don't forget that the Learning Commons is a quiet study area during exams, but the cafe will be open if you want a hangout space.
Seniors, you can take this free time to wrap up your senior seminar projects. For inspiration, let's go interview some people who have been lucky enough to finish. Sarah, you should probably change your outfit.
Good morning, Bow High School. This morning I have with me Kristen Benson, who has taken senior seminar this semester. Kristen, could you please describe your project to us?
So basically what my project was I wanted to help people create relationships. So what I did was I got in touch with residents at White Rock Senior Living and students here at Bow High School, and I created a pen pal system between them.
Cool. What were the challenges that you faced during your project?
Definitely getting community connection hours. It's hard to push yourself out there into the community and find ways to job shadow and get community service hours. So yeah, it was difficult.
What were the most interesting things that were a part of your project?
Well, the whole idea of my project was to help people create relationships, and throughout the whole thing, I got to create relationships of my own, which was really cool.
And do you have any advice for juniors who will be taking senior seminar next year?
Yeah, definitely. Stay on top of your workload. It's a lot of work, and if you're not keeping on track and stuff, it can be really difficult, so make sure you're staying on top of everything.
Well, thank you for being here with us this morning, Kristen.
You're welcome.
Now we have with us Krista Fauna, who has also taken senior seminar this semester. Krista, could you please briefly describe your project to us?
Yeah, Sarah. So my project was on the importance of community. So basically I did community service at a bunch of different local events, like the craft fair. And I just was basically just trying to see how the community and these different events would benefit the community as a whole.
Nice. What were the challenges that you faced?
Well, at the beginning, I had to change my entire project because my first project, I just couldn't explain, I didn't even know what it was, so I had to completely change it. So then, that was a huge challenge at the beginning because I had to catch up, but then, I guess some of the challenges was just, some of the people that I met, didn't want to talk to me. Some of them were just really, negative, but, other than that, it went pretty smooth, I would say.
What were some interesting things that happened during your project?
Well, besides the negative people, I met a lot of cool people. There's a couple mentors that I worked with at the rec center who were really, really nice, so I would say I liked them. That was cool.
Do you have any advice for juniors who will be taking senior seminar next year?
I would say just stay on top of your work, because a lot of the times I found myself getting lazy because we had a lot of journals that we had to do, and I just got lazy, so I'd say to stay on top of it and, just know your project really well, I would say.
Right, well, thank you for being here with us, Krista.
Thank you.
All right, Bow High School. Last but not least, we have Olivia Crowd here to talk about her senior seminar project. Olivia, could you please describe to us what your project was?
So my project was about the benefits of being bilingual. So my community connection was teaching elementary students at the Meeting House Montessori School in Bow. So it went really well. I had a great time. The kids were super cute.
Were there any challenges that you faced?
My biggest challenge was probably timing my lesson plans, because sometimes I'd plan lessons and then they just wouldn't work out in the time I had.
What was some interesting things that you experienced during your project?
Let's see. One of my favorite things about my project was seeing when the kids were understanding something I was teaching them. So when I would ask questions like, what is eraser in Spanish, and the kids were really eager to answer it, that's one of my favorite things. Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any advice for juniors who will be taking senior seminar next year?
I think just staying on top of your work and making sure you're following, there's lots of guidelines and deadlines, making sure you're following those and getting everything done on time, and making sure you hit submit on Google Classroom, because a few times I didn't do that and got zeros.
All right, well, thank you for being here with us
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
In other news, seniors, remember all community service and career exploration hours are due by today, January 13th. You all want to walk, don't you?
I mean, I'm going to sprint, but the idea is still there, so get your hours in.
On Tuesday, the junior class had their college overview night. I hope it was helpful in setting up what's coming at you next year.
And,
NHS has begun tutoring. Feel free to talk to any member face-to-face or request a tutor online. They're all more than willing to help.
That's all the news for this week. Make sure to study hard this weekend.
Even though we know you've all been studying for the past few weeks, good luck, and happy birthday to Michelle Lavaz. Please give Eli a good grade on the AP Psych midterm.